Okay. 2 hours and 20 minutes, but he switches? What do you mean? Yeah, the shooter from yesterday, the MSU shooter was known. Guys, this is not going to fucking surprise any of you in this community, but the shooter was known to the authorities, as always. And he had no affiliation with the university, but he had an affiliation, or at least like the prior knowledge. The police had prior knowledge over him. Oh, man, I'm so shocked. What? That's crazy. It's almost like police are supposed to the police are not able to and will never be able to stop crime before it happens. That's why you have to write legislation to ensure that people do not have easy access to weapons. Like, I'm crazy. I know. I'm fucking crazy. But yeah, as always, say the line, Bart. He was on our radar every single fucking time, dude. Every single time. But hey, guess what? Why are you covering the story? Didn't you cover the story like 300 times already? No. Well, since the year began, I covered this story at least like almost 67 times, because this is the 67th mass shooting that's occurred. More mass shootings this year thus far than there have been days of the year. So, 300 different events, same results. It'll never change. Obviously, that's not going to change. It's just how it is. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do. What is this? A student was wearing the Oxford Strong shirt during the shooting. It speaks volumes. Watching the WXYZ Detroit Facebook live stream at MSU, and one of the students just ushered out a campus building by police is wearing an Oxford Strong sweatshirt. So sad and twisted that some of these students may possibly be witnessing their second school shooting. I mean, it's like, bro, regular chatter from Michigan here. There are multiple survivors from the Oxford shooting at MSU now. Something has to stop. Yeah. Something's up, man. 2014, 273. 2015, 336. 2016, 383. 2017, 348. 2018, 336. 2019, 417. 2020, 610. 2021, 690. 2022, 647. Nope. Guys, I've watched you cover my high school and now my college shootings. Yep, so fucked. I'm MSU and an Oxford graduate. Yep, there you go. This is, dude, this is America. And like, where people are literally fucking surviving high school shootings, then going to college and then surviving college shootings. There's a bunch of chatters like that in here. One of the survivors of the shooting was a survivor of the Sandy Hook shooting too. Yeah, there was a Sandy Hook survivor there. Guys, statistically speaking, it's going to happen, okay? You're going to have, let me tell you something, okay? This is the only country where it could technically happen. Do you understand? Like, this is the only country where this could possibly happen. I'm letting you know. It's probably going to be like threefers. You know what I mean? You're going to go to fucking grad school and you're going to be like, well, I also went to Columbia Law after, and there was another shooting there and I survived that too. You're going to complete the trifecta. Sorry, it's unrelated, but you got to get Yummy Park on a pod on stream, because judging off the recent flagrant app, she seems super down to talk and debate about communism and similar topics. No. Why would I ever fucking do that? She literally, she escaped North Korea, and the first thing that she did was come to America and literally go on podcasts and be like, yo, North Korea is exactly like fucking Harvard and Yale. Anyone that says shit like that, I'm like, okay, no, we're not. We're just not doing that. Like, this is the insane thing. I spent the night texting scanner updates to my friends stuck inside MSU buildings where shots were fired. They were trying to be radio silent. I even had them text me sugar emojis or nonsense if something happened. My house is at risk of earthquake, man. I may die soon. Can you give me $20,000? What? Cool, man. Yeonmi Park also got canceled in North Korea for rebelling by wearing expensive designer clothes. She's just like you for real. I've had 3 cousins in school shootings in the past 18 months in Michigan now. Right, baby. It's America. I don't know what else to say about it. XQC would have given the money. Okay, well, ask XQC then. Anyway, today's the 14th anniversary of the NIU shooting and the 5th anniversary of Parkland yesterday. Like I said, the likelihood that a shooting is going to happen in America or a shooting has happened in America on any particular day is, of course, I mean, I don't think there are any days in America where shootings don't happen, like mass shootings. I mean, 600? Come on, it's going to happen. It's like twice a day. Fuck you mean at this point? It's like, it's one of those weird things where, you know how we talk about like, oh man, this is a disaster. Like, it's hard. Why are you talking about it like this? Why, don't make jokes in a situation like this. It's like, or maybe it's too soon to talk about this. It's like, well, there's never a day where you can't talk about it because there's always another fucking mass shooting. It's the United States of America, baby. There's literally another mass shooting there's two a day. So it's like, by the time I'm done covering this, another mass shooting is going to happen. Oh, I'm not even right. It's 69 so far. I thought it was 67. What happened? Did another mass shooting occur while I was talking? I got the number wrong. I was off by 2. Guys, sorry. How come you only talk about it when it's in wealthy colleges and not all the ones in poor black neighborhoods? Most are gang on gang shootouts. Hell yeah, gamer girl 123. Definitely a real girl. Yeah. Yo, this person said, possible I added nice as a block term on Automod? What the fuck? Maybe let's not do that. This person said, mass shootings. What about fucking black on black violence? What? We're not even. Is your brain broken, dude? You're normally, as an NPC, you're normally supposed to blurt that line out when we're talking about Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Normally, okay, racist people love using that when people are talking about like police brutality. They'll be like, "What about black on black violence? What about gang shootings that are happening in the hood?" It kind of doesn't work in this situation. Like, what are you trying to deflect away from? I mean, it doesn't work in that situation either, because nobody fucking says, what about white on white violence, right? Literally the same, almost exactly the same rate. Turns out America is very segregated, and people just usually kill people that are in their immediate vicinity. Brother, I'm Gamer Girl 124, okay? As a black woman, I think, what about black on black violence? How about why don't you talk about that? Yes. I love Candace Owens. She's one of the good ones. I mean, she's just like me, a black woman. I'm one of the good ones. I'm very articulate as a black woman, as you can see. Do not test me. I'm Gamer Girl 124. You triggered the wrong cutscene with them. Yeah, just fucking brain broke, really. Just started blurting out lines. Anyway. From MSU, I got a notification that my test was graded at 10:30 p.m. while the shooter was still active. I mean, listen. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen so frequently that at this point it's like your teachers and your TAs might as well keep grading papers through a fucking mass shooting. You know what I mean? At a certain point, you're just like, all right. He subliminally understood / thinks mass shootings are white culture, so we had to do a racial whataboutism. Except, like, I think the shooter in this case is black. So, like, that's the funnier part about this is that, like, Gamer Girl, who wanted to come in here and do the classic, like, what about black people doing violent things, didn't even know the details of the shooting. Because if you were, like, at least better at your racism, you could have been like, look at this. A black guy did a mass shooting. Bitch, you want to hide the truth about that, huh? Like, something like that. Dude, white people fell off. I'm going to say it again, okay? They used to have better takedowns. They used to have a better, like, they would run to do better racism. And your racism has fallen off. You're failing the vibe checks. You're getting lazy, dude. Nobody wants to work anymore. White people don't even work hard to be racist anymore. They're on autopilot. It's fucked up. Anyway.
Begin with the breaking news overnight, the kind we always hate to bring you. You know how this is going. There's been another mass shooting in America. Now, this time it happened on the campus of Michigan State University. At least 3 people were killed and 5 more were wounded. Police say the suspect seen here during the attack is dead, and they have not released his identity, and there's no motive that we know of so far. HasanAbi is in East Lansing, Michigan, where the campus is located. Roxana, good morning. A lot of us woke up to this news this morning.
Good morning, Gail. It is another tragic story. The suspect has been identified only as a 43-year-old man. Around 50,000 students are enrolled here. And last night, many fled or boarded themselves up in their dorms as law enforcement tried to track down the shooter.
This truly has been a nightmare that we are living tonight.
Police say the nightmare began just after 8:15 p.m. Monday.
We got multiple victims at this time.
Dispatch audio reveals the violent scene as the gunman appeared to move from room to room in a building on MSU's campus.
All I have so far is that there's a shooter in the hallway, 135 who are jumping out of a window currently.
Oh my God.
Terrified students appeared to run for their lives. Chaos and
Yeah, dude's dead, right? Yeah. They know who the identity is. I mean, this is old.
confusion spread across the campus as local, state, and federal law enforcement swarmed the massive university.
Everyone's freaked out. Everyone's terrified. I see these people running in my direction and I sprint. I'm jumping down flights of stairs.
Around an hour after the shooting was first reported, police said the suspect was believed to be on foot. At 9:26 p.m., they reported a second shooting location, later confirming the incidents occurred at Berkey Hall, a social sciences building, and then at the nearby Student Union. Roughly 3 hours after the first shots were reported.
Isn't it weird that this happens right after Ohio and suddenly all the media is covering MSU or just another Tuesday? Okay, guys, I need to tell you guys something, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not. I've been covering the Ohio thing pretty much since the start. I was like 3 days late to the story, which is not usually something I do. Like, the media just doesn't care. Like, they will never cover Ohio and shit like that unless it becomes like a big stink. You know, Lizzo tweeting about it and shit is probably going to cause the media to like maybe cover it a little bit. But like, there doesn't need to be a conspiracy. Well, there is a conspiracy, and I don't mean like a conspiracy theory. I mean a conspiracy in the sense that like the media is conspiring all the time to defend capital interests. But that conspiracy is capitalism. Like, things like train derailments happen all the fucking time. Chemicals are being dumped into your natural water supply all the fucking time. Wells are being poisoned all the fucking time due to poultry factories, okay? And the runoff due to DuPont chemicals, due to all matter of all matter of manufacturing, that they basically do this regularly. You're being poisoned regularly, non-fucking stop. The reason why you don't hear about it, or like, for example, child slavery, child labor that's happening in Alabama Hyundai facilities. Why don't you hear about it all that much? Because this would, make the companies look bad. And the media is also, run by these companies. They get money from these major corporations. So they rarely ever talk about it. So they don't need a fucking reason to be like, ooh, they're trying to distract us. No, you're just waking up to the reality for the first time ever. When you see what the fuck happened in Ohio, you go, what the fuck is going on? That's normal. That's normal. It happens regularly. Just like the weather balloons that are being popped by the DOD right now. There's unidentified objects that the military shoots down all the fucking time. Most of them are like weather balloons and shit, if they even care about it. It's not that surprising. They usually don't even shoot it down. They just let it go.
University police released.
That's a lie? You think that's a lie? You think the military doesn't? If you think the military, they do not routinely shoot down objects over the country. No, they don't shoot objects down over the. First of all, yes, they do. They did it in Hawaii. You just didn't hear about it. If there was a fucking list of, the military regularly shooting shit down, I would be able to show you exactly how many times they've done it. But no, one of the ones that I can immediately think of is like literally the same exact shit that happened in Hawaii. It just didn't get a lot of news coverage. So you didn't hear about it. So it wasn't in the fucking forefront of your mind. So you have no idea. They don't usually disclose it. They don't usually talk about it that much because people just start panicking. Hassan knows more than the Pentagon now? That's not what I said. What? What are you talking about? Hawaii? Pearl Harbor? No, man. An unidentified object was shot over Hawaii like a year ago or 2 years ago. Like, it was another weather balloon type thing. It was another. It's all the subject matter that we cover now, or even if I fucking Google it now, not true. It is 100% true. Oh my God, it's so fucking annoying. Baited. Oh, you did. You got me. No, this is a new one. This is not what I'm talking about. This is a new one. Oh no, this is not a new one. This is last year. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. This is the one I was talking about. Never mind. This is the one I was talking about. There's another one that happened in Hawaii as well. That's why I thought you were sending me. I didn't realize it was straight up around the same time that happened. Yeah, F-22 scrambled to investigate a mysterious high-altitude balloon off the coast of Hawaii. The intercept of a suspicious balloon near Kauai's North Shore is peculiar for a number of reasons. No, they did shoot it down, I'm pretty sure. The UFO stories all over corporate media are being pushed heavily by the U.S. military and spy agencies. Looking back at history, this looks like a psyop to hide new experiment. Yeah, if it was a psyop, this would be the most likely reason for it to be a psyop, to hide new military technology and shit like that. Okay? Pentagon has confirmed that the first missile fired at the UFO above Lake Huron missed. That's $400,000. The $400,000 Sidewinder landed harmlessly in the lake, said General Mark Milley. Nice. So it's not to like distract away from the fucking train derailment or stories like that, because the media wasn't going to cover the train derailment story anyway. They don't need to cover fucking UFOs to misdirect you. You fools are misdirected every day. It's literally part of the reason for why I exist, is so that you stay on point and you regularly look at issues that matter. I would not exist as a media entity if the media was always covering shit that was important, okay? That's it. So, conspiracy theories think normal news stories are distractions. Motherfucker, it's called time marching on. Yeah, literally. Like, literally just current events. Thing that happened yesterday, thing that happened today. Oh, I'm so mad. It's like, yeah, dude, I know. Anyway, we'll get to the other stuff in a second. But like, I think now they'll cover it a little bit more. They'll cover the Ohio stuff more, but I promise you, they just don't ever cover shit. Okay? They don't cover shit like Ohio, just like they're not going to cover the derailment that happened in Houston, just like they are not going to cover the hundreds of other derailments that have happened, just like they rarely ever cover, runoff from factories destroying water wells in other fucking post-industrial middle America that happens regularly. Do you get it? These things happen all the time. It's completely unacceptable. It's probably happening to you. Here, another great example, okay? You want to know something that's ongoing in my fucking backyard? Something that's ongoing in my fucking backyard, okay, is that Los Angeles as a city has a lot of fracking wells, okay? Has a lot of operations. And a lot of these like oil refinery fracking operations happen literally inside of city limits where people live. Okay? And most people don't realize that. Most people are unaware of it. It's in low-income neighborhoods. Okay? California has a lot of oil. And it happens in low-income neighborhoods. There have been studies conducted on this that show that this kind of the oil fracking and just like, this kind of, I guess, like oil wells existing in these neighborhoods could have unforeseen negative consequences on the children that grow up in those vicinities. So black and brown kids living in low-income neighborhoods have a higher likelihood of developing childhood asthma. It could be from the oil operations. It could be from the gas stoves they potentially have. But this is a very real thing. Yeah, developing cancer, developing childhood asthma. That's like just a regular thing that happens in Los Angeles and in low-income neighborhoods in California that we just don't even think about. You know what I mean? And that's a real thing that's happening all the time. It's just like you're not going to see the media nonstop fucking talk about this shit. They won't. They won't even tell you that the top of the hour ad break is coming in 20 minutes late. And then boom, all of a sudden the top of the hour ad break is here and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't realize. Why is it here 20 minutes late? Well, maybe because I forgot to run it. Okay, I'm not on my fucking A game right now. But if you no longer want to see those 3-minute ads at the top of the fucking hour or the middle of the hour ad break, which is 1 minute long, but that's a secret one, all you need to do is subscribe, which you could do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Okay, here's the 3-minute ad break now. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. All right, let's get back to the MSU thing.
These photos of the alleged gunman, described as a short-statured black male wearing a jean jacket, red shoes, and a baseball cap.
He was a manly.
About an hour later, police say the gunman shot and killed himself at an off-campus location.
Clear, mail not moving. GSW the head.
You in here?
After police determined there was no longer a threat to the campus, MSU's interim president offered an emotional message to the community.
We will take 2 days when we will move to emergency operation to give ourselves time to think and to grieve and to be together. And this Spartan community, this family, will come back.
Classes here are canceled for the next 2 days. We spoke to students last night who said even though police say the gunman is dead, they were still too afraid to sleep in their dorms. Some checked into a local hotel and others went home to their parents. Nate?
Roxana, thank you.
And welcome back, everybody. We are learning more about last night's shootings on MSU's campus that left 3 students dead, 5 others are critically wounded, and we have learned who's behind the attacks. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack, live in East Lansing. Jess.
Apparently, this is there's new developments on this. Classes are canceled for the week now, not just for 2 days. For the record, for those of you, there's new information on this.
You're just doing a great job. I know it's been a really long night, long morning for you, but we appreciate you being there so much and bringing such important information.
Yeah, and really this is a testament not to the media, but really to the law enforcement and the medical professionals that have been literally up all night trying to sort through this mess. I want to get to some breaking information that I was just able to confirm regarding the shooter, who his name is Anthony McCrae, and I'll now refer to him as the shooter for the duration of the report, a 43-year-old from Lansing. We're learning a little more about his past. I'm just getting some information from the Michigan Department of Corrections right now about his prior offenses. I guess he has 4 counts between 2006 2008 of driving on a suspended license. Again, a more serious charge in 2019 here in June of 2019 in Lansing. I guess he was found by police heading to a store. He had a weapon on him. He was stopped by police. That weapon was not registered, and he did not have a concealed pistols license to be traveling with that weapon. He did end up pleading guilty to that felony charge and served probation time for that. That just gives a little indication that obviously this shooter has a past with weapons. Now, as far as motive, we have really no indication at this point what his motive, why he chose Michigan State University on February 13th to carry out this attack. It's something in details that both Michigan State police and the FBI are keeping very close to the vest. But a little recap of what we've been talking about all morning. We are standing here in front of Berkey Hall. That was the initial scene here on campus. That shooter moved a couple doors down to the Union to carry out the rest of the attack. Now, we got an indication from Michigan State Police what it looked like on the ground when that call went out shortly after 8 o'clock. Let's take a listen to the Deputy Chief of Michigan State University Police.
There was a absolutely overwhelming police.
Yeah, he was on the radar of law enforcement, dude. What do you expect? Bro, their radar is he's always on the radar. Every guy is on the radar. It's so odd because we have laws supposedly around this shit, whether it be some semblance of red flag laws, whether it be some kind of it's supposed to be illegal if you are a domestic abuser, for example, to own a gun, but it just never works. It just,
Police response to that initial call. We had officers in that building within minutes, and in that building.
Wait, never mind. Michigan does not require background checks for long guns, have a red flag law, disarm domestic abusers, restrict assault weapons, limit magazine capacity, or regulate open carry. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yep. It's crazy, too, because, when it comes to violating the Fourth Amendment, the Supreme Court is like, oh, fuck yeah, please let me violate. Please, bring any kind of, when it comes down to, protecting abortion, protecting, straight up regular medical procedures that you may want to get as a whole as adult, the Supreme Court will never defend you. But God damn it, dude, if the state legislatures, if let's say in the perfect world, state legislatures are all blue, okay, across the board, both the House and the fucking Senate inside of the states are let's say deep blue, and they decide to do what Republicans do all the fucking time and genuinely push for this kind of thing, you bet your fucking ass that would be elevated to the Supreme Court so goddamn fast in violation of the the Second Amendment, and it'd be struck down so quickly, dude. Holy fuck, don't even think about it. You know what I mean? Don't even imagine. Yeah, you can't do that. No shot. Nice, dude. Okay, I'm going to delete the Erdogan leak from the title because people are being annoying. It's not like a... Okay, I'm just going to take that off the title so people stop asking me about it. Okay? Cover that later when I get to it. It's not even a leak. It's just... It came out that he openly off. Zamanında birkaç sene önce 2019